mom then goes on to celebrate rules. All those things. Oh, laws of God are awesome. They're terrific. They're great. They're wonderful. Because right at the beginning, the Bible tells you God does an extraordinarily loving thing. When God creates human beings in that story, one of the first things God does is give them rules. Because see, rules make life happen. They open you up to experience the abundance and joy and beauty of what life can be. Without rules, you don't even have freedom. You know, Nicky Gumbel, who's an Anglican priest, tells a story about one day he was taking his son to play a football match. And for us over here, we call it soccer. Nobody else does, but we do. But since it was an English guy telling it, it's football. So he plays a football match, and they get there, and the referee is not there. He hasn't shown up. And so the parents wrote Nicky in, I guess because he's a priest, they figure he's going to be honest, to be the referee. But here's the problem. First of all, Nicky doesn't have a whistle. Second thing is the kids don't have uniforms, so he doesn't know which team is which. And most crucially, Nicky has no idea of the rules. So the game begins, and one of the players calls the ball out. And the other player says, no, it's in. And Nicky doesn't know. So he goes, play on. And then a few minutes later, a player says, I got fouled. And the player goes, I didn't foul him. And Nicky doesn't know the rules, so he just says, play on. Within half an hour, you've got 4 injured players on the field. Everything is in chaos, and nobody's happy. Thank God, that's when the referee shows up, who had got the game's time wrong, and he sets everything in order, and the kids go and have an awesome game. But you understand that without the rules, without even someone there to help everyone keep the rules, they didn't have any freedom to even play the game. It was all chaos. It was all a mess. You see, one of the things that we know is that for a nation to be prosperous, to be successful, it needs to have a society based on rules that apply to everyone. So if you live in a rules-based society, like we do here, then there's more opportunities for freedom, more opportunities to experience justice and fairness. Everything just works better. But if you live in one of the many places in the world where the rules, if they exist, certainly don't apply to everyone, you know, the rules apply, but then all of a sudden the rules don't apply. Got enough money, got enough influence, got somebody you know, the rules don't apply to you. And the more that a society is like that, the more there's no opportunity not only for justice or fairness, there's not even an opportunity for freedom. You can't even be free because you just don't know what's going to happen from one day to the next because the rules aren't there. And so